Hi, my name is Frances Jones, and I'm the CEO and founder of Heart Desires Fulfillment Coaching, LLC. I'm also a transitional coach, a speaker, and the author of a soon to be released book titled Overcoming the Emotional Stigmas of Infertility, Barren but Not Ashamed. That book will be releasing March 25th, 2021. I'm so excited to be able to share with you today and just have a little side chat, a conversation with you today about something that I believe or is affecting so many people in this world. And that's infertility, the negativity that surrounds infertility. And because it's so prevalent and so many people are being impacted, depending on who you talk to, is either 1 in 6 or 1 in 8 couples. So that's a mass amount of individuals that don't know how to deal with those toxic thoughts. So I want to talk to you about clearing out the negativity from infertility to break free and live shame free. Beginning with my own personal story, I was diagnosed with infertility over 20 years ago, and I was never able to conceive, not even once. I watched my sisters give to have children. I watched my friends, my coworkers have children. I even watched my own nieces have children, my stepdaughter have children, but I was never able to. And it was heart wrenching. It was hurtful. It was, for lack of a better word, it was just so much discontentment in my life. And I kept it hidden for so many years, trying to be strong on the outside, but really hurting within. And because of everything that I went through related to infertility, because of all the toxic thinking, the self tormenting thoughts, the different negative labels that I placed upon myself, I began to wear a mask of shame, a mask of pain. On the outside, I looked like I was the happiest person in the world. And every time someone gave the announcement that they had conceived, I applauded. I was sincerely happy for them, but I was hurting so deeply inside. You may be feeling that way. You may be one of those who are trying to be strong and don't know how to deal with that pain. You may be one of those who congratulates every person when they find out that they have conceived and wonder, when is it going to be your turn? I've been there. I know what that means. And I want to help you get through it and help you to find ways to embrace the journey that you're on right now. One of the things I want to talk about is that infertility is like a thief in the night. And if you let it, it'll rob you of your joy, your peace, your happiness. It will control your life. You have to realize that when infertility steps into the picture, it's a game changer. You change the way you feel about yourself. You change the way you think about yourself. You change the way you interact with others. Infertility has a gripping effect, a very gripping effect. And you have to take power over those thoughts. You don't let the thoughts take power over you. You have an opportunity to choose how you're going to respond to infertility, to choose how you're going to respond to others who are conceiving. You have to choose, you get to choose how you respond to life. Recognize that if you don't get those thoughts and words power, they won't have power over you. You're in control of that. You may not be able to control what goes on in your body. You may not be able to control the outcome of your fertility journey, but you can control how you respond. Don't let the words and the thoughts have power over your life. Don't make the mistake that I did. I tormented myself on a regular basis. I blamed myself. I must have done something wrong to deserve this. All of my other sisters have children. I come from a very fertile family. Why wasn't I able to conceive? Maybe you're thinking that about yourself. Why is it all your friends are conceiving, your co-workers, your loved ones? You find yourself, perhaps, at a family gathering, especially prior to COVID, and they're playing with their children, and someone announces a new birth or a new conception. Hey guys, I'm pregnant. And you're at that family event. And maybe you've never shared with anyone that you're dealing with infertility. Maybe, like me, you kept it hidden. And now you're tormenting yourself at that event. You're angry, you're resentful, you're hurting. But you can't tell anybody because you don't want to spoil their happy moment. So you're caught in between a rock and hard place, as they say. Right then in that moment, you can make the choice. Right then in that moment, you can decide if you're going to let that event rob you of a precious moment of being with family. And I know it's difficult. I've been there. But you can make a better choice. You can make a better choice. The second thing I want to talk to you about is avoiding letting infertility consume and control you and rob you of your peace and your joy and your happiness. Yes, it can be heart-wrenching. And yes, it can make you feel like you're unworthy, even though that's not true. You are very worthy. Begin to learn and be open. Let me use that. Open your mind to embracing this is where you are in your journey. This is happening to you. It's a fact. But just because it's happening to you shouldn't let it rob you of your essence of life. There are wonderful things that yet exist about you and your life. And I never conceived. So this is talking coming from someone who never was able to conceive, who never birthed a child. But I was able to break free from those tormenting thoughts. And so can you. If I can do it, you can do it. Control the things that you can control and release the things that you can't. Don't sacrifice your happiness because a part of your body is not operating as it should. You are wonderful, you are powerful, and you are a blessed individual, whether you realize it or not. So if by chance you don't realize it, I'm telling you, you're special. And you have so much to be thankful for and to be grateful for. I remember reading a scripture that said, in all things give thanks. I struggled with that scripture. I struggled with that Bible verse. How could I be thankful for being barren? My situation, I was indeed categorized as barren. How can I be thankful for that? I began to realize as I ventured further and further into my journey, I began to realize that simply because I went through what I went through, I was able to take my pain and make a purpose in it. And I was able to help others who are struggling with those negative emotions. If I had not gone through that, I would not know what it means to hurt in that area. And I couldn't and wouldn't have as much of a compassionate heart because I can empathize with people. I've been there. Now, am I saying, oh, yeah, I'm so happy that I went through the situation? No. But I had to use what was dealt to me. You can do the same. And it may not happen overnight. It didn't happen overnight for me. Clearing out the negativity, living shame-free as it relates to infertility. There's nothing to be ashamed about. Bottom line, there's a part of your body that's not operating as it should. But that's nothing to be ashamed of. Don't beat yourself up. Don't be hard on yourself. Love yourself. And let others love you. The third thing I want to talk to you about is when you're struggling with those negative emotions that's related to life experiences, life events. Focus on the wonderful things, the wonderful blessings that are already in your life. Let's say you have a wonderful marriage, a husband that loves you, or a wife that loves you, because infertility impacts men as well. According to statistics, 30% of infertility relates to the woman, 30% is male factor infertility, and 30% could be both or unexplained. You are able to rise above infertility negativity. Focus on the beautiful things that's in your life, the things that give you joy, the things that encourages you. Maybe it's just something as simple as hearing a joke, a laughter, something that brings you joy. I know personally how much I love butterflies. Butterflies remind me of the beauty of life. There are beautiful things about your life. There's joyful things about your life. And you have so much to be thankful for, and you are blessed. Just know that you're wonderful. And just know that the heartache won't last forever. Let go as much as you can and hold on to the wonderful memories that occurred in your life before infertility entered into the picture. I have so much hope for you. I wrote the book, Overcoming the Emotional Stigmas of Infertility, Barren but Not Ashamed, as a way to share my life with others, my journey with others, to give hope to others, to tell others what I did in order to come out of the negativity, and how if I was able to do it, you can do it too. So you can go to baby showers and not feel bad about it and not be upset about it because you intentionally chose how you were going to show up. And if you don't have the strength to do it, that's okay. In time, I believe you will. I offer the tools and techniques that help me to break free, to hold my head up, to take off the mask that I wore for many years. I want that for you. That can be you. And if you embrace what I'm saying, that will be you. You are an amazing individual, and there are wonderful things in store for you. It may not seem like it right now, but there are amazing things in store for your life. And maybe, just maybe, you can use your story and your pain and your heartache to help someone else, whether it's male or female. I'm excited. I'm excited about the wonderful change that's coming to your life.